You, you got in early today, Karen.
I got confused.
Hey, Karen, I'll trade you places.
Okay.
I got stuck behind the columns. Yeah, you want to stand in the center? You can stand in the center. You can stand anywhere you want.
that's
I don't care. I
okay.
just need to be here now. Okay. Oh man. All right. Steph, our wonderful host Steph is not. She might be ducking in, but I doubt that she's going to be here tonight and today. And so we are going to cover for him without just beautifully.
Him.
So her, it. She, it, sorry,
Them,
I had a
her,
male voice
they.
in my ear. Her, our wonderful, wonderful Steph. She is a family emergency. And I don't know if you want to take, okay, you're good where you are. All right. So, Marcia, you want to start us off?
Sure, I'd love to. Well, first of all, hello, everybody. Before we get started with the news, we'd like to give you all an early announcement that news and updates, we do upstate thing, but news and updates is taking the American Thanksgiving holiday weekend off, November 24th and 25th. This not only gives our American volunteers and team members a break, but it gives us time to work on our upcoming holiday special in December. As usual, we will take Christmas holiday off and return the second week of January with some new ideas and improvements.
So let's get started with some news from around the world that impacts us, all of us here in the metaverse, one way or another.
Okay, so we're starting off here with some world news, as we usually do. So OpenAI and ChatGPT reported a short outage yesterday due to a DDoS attack. This is a denial of service attack and a malicious attempt to disrupt the traffic to a website. When the server can't handle all the requests at the same time, it is designed to disrupt online services. The attack is claimed by the cyber terrorist group Anonymous Sudan. We just learned that the Verizon internet and communications provider in the States was also hit with an outage this morning. Cybercrimes and attacks like this have been on the rise dramatically over the past few years.
Wow. According to several cybercrime statistic reports, 30,000 websites are hacked daily. There is a cyber attack every 39 seconds. An estimated 254 million people were affected by the data breaches in 2021. And there has been a 50% increase in cyber attacks in the past year.
There have been many attacks and attempts over the years to bring down metaverse platforms, especially in the Bitcoin and cryptocurrency areas. To stop it will take all of us. Begin by updating and securing your computer, phone, and tablet. Share as little personal and private information online. This includes notifying government agencies, phone, internet, and utility companies to restrict the release of your personal data.
Now, last week, we talked about the new data broker laws in California that make it easier to remove your private data online. You know, I'm still dealing with a cyber attack and stolen data from my state's driver's license bureau last year was hacked. You would think that of all information would be something that would have stronger security on it, honestly. In some countries, a company can be held liable and financially responsible for cyber attacks against them. We need to do the same in countries that don't. Cyber crimes is the next global war, similar to fighting drugs and terrorism, especially as many of the terrorist organizations and drug cartels have moved into cyber crimes.
In related news, this week found half of Australia cut off from the internet as the Optus internet provider left over 10 million people in online access darkness. Cloudflare and Optus Internet were attacked by the same group that brought down ChatGPT. While Cloudflare's infrastructure limited the cyber attack immediately for their servers, the impact across Australia was fairly immediate and dangerous.
We've all become so dependent upon access to the internet and cloud-based services.
We have.
Yes.
The Optus outage caused train systems to fail, Online business and sales stopped working, as did tap and pay machines dependent on internet connections. Smart home devices like, I have to be quiet when I say this, Alexa, lights, thermostats, pet food feeders,
Mm-hmm.
and more. All of it just stopped working. Some people with internet connected door locks couldn't get into their homes or businesses.
Hospitals, emergency services, some of the most basic online access services all stopped, leaving people frustrated and risking loss of life as those needing emergency services could not call or contact anyone. The outage lasted only a few hours, but it took longer for servers to be rebooted and online services to be restored across all the different connected networks.
You know, we really hope that issues like challenges like this that hit us, outages and stuff, and cyber attacks, it'll help governments and cloud services reinforce their frameworks to prevent such issues as we become more and more dependent on the internet. Don't you? This is crazy.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. You know, with these attacks so much in the news, we wanted to share this happy bit of cybercrime news. The Mosey malware botnet has been plaguing routers, digital video recorders, and other internet-connected devices since 2019. Its ability to leverage known vulnerabilities in these often ignored devices has plagued millions around the world, not even aware they've been infected. This week, ESET online security company reported that this plague on the net was unexpectedly killed off.
Huh.
A kill switch was launched from an unknown source in September. We think, some think it was the Chinese enforcement, or maybe it shut off on its own, which isn't likely. It's beautiful to see the sudden drop of cyber activity for at least one malicious bot. We hope there will be more.
No kidding. Isn't that's beautiful?
Yeah.
That's a work of art, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, I love that.
Sure is. Yeah. Well, a tentative agreement with SAG-AFTRA has hopefully settled their strike. AI, licensing, copyright protections, and streaming were among the top concerns that impacted the television, movie, and even the gaming industry to protect not only intellectual property, but the protection of member rights to profit from the use of their images, voices, and likenesses in the future through the use of digital technology.
Now, most of you have seen the amazing photographs of the stunning aurora borealis, that is borealises that have been visible all over the northern hemisphere, and I think even into the southern, with incredible rare purple and red colors. It's just amazing. Well, our dear friend, is she here? I don't see her right now. Karen666 photographed it this week with her phone from her home in northern Scotland, and the image was picked up from social media by BBC and shown not only on their social media and on their website news reports, but also in their television news broadcast. We are so proud of her. Isn't this cool? It's exciting for her.
Yes.
Wow.
Yay. So this is the second time her photographs of aurora borealis have been featured in the news. And she does this like with her phone.
Awesome.
While walking her dogs. I just love that. Isn't that
Look
beautiful?
at that image. That's just gorgeous.
It's really haunting. It is really haunting. I love it.
Wow. Okay.
Did you mention green? Because I see green in that.
Yeah, no, green is normal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
all right.
Okay, on to metaverse news. So a case study by a casino association estimated that by 2027, AR and VR users are expected to well surpass 100 million daily users. The study found some interesting findings associated with gaming.
You know, it's the action adventure and first-person shooter games always went out in popularity over the simulation, multiplayer, and other sporting games and apps. The report said that France loves Pokemon games. China prefers shooter games like Honor of Kings. The UK loves Call of Duty. and Zelda games are very popular in America. Anybody playing the Zelda games? Zelda and Super Mario, Madden, NFL, and Hogwarts Legacy, hot in the United States and North America. Fitness apps are gaining ground among the most popular and in-demand VR app types, so those are coming up the list. And we've mentioned that over the months in our news reports too. Really interesting.
Yes, really interesting. Speaking of games in the metaverse, Spatial announced this week that they are following the example of Meta Horizons and putting new emphasis on games and gaming into Spatial platform. They are working with Unity to leverage the integration with a 50% revenue sharing program to bring their games into Spatial. The first games include Punch Hero, Racing Empire, Infinite Ascent, Mostly Only Up, and others.
Rec Room is teamed up with the Ninja Turtles as part of the reboot of the popular kids shows and movies. Rec Room users can style avatar. I know, it's actually pretty cool. And considering a lot of their audience is young over there. Rec Room users can style avatars in the likeness of their favorite turtle and participate in a 4-player game based on the popular franchise.
You said that, but most of their original fans are now in their 40s and 50s.
Oh, good point.
So this is going after a new generation of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So anyway, it just occurred to me when you said that it has younger fans. I'm like, they're all old. So
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I love Ninja Turtles.
Generation. Yeah, it's going for next generation. All right, I'm really excited about this next bit of news. NASA released its first on-demand streaming app that is available at plus.nasa.gov. The on-demand, no-cost, ad-free streaming service covers live launches, kids content. Maybe there's some turtles in there that suffered radiation damage. The Spanish language programming and some of the latest news from NASA as they expand their exploration in outer space. Now, it's available for Android and iOS. It's also through YouTube and through any browser. Now, you remember in AltspaceVR we had the space launch watch parties? God, I love those things. So Educators in VR is soon going to be hosting some NASA watch parties in Engage XR, streaming some NASA live events. So stay tuned for news on that. We decided now's the time we're going to start throwing these up. So get ready.
You're going to throw out a lot of stuff in the news coming up. News is out that Meta is merging Horizon Worlds into Quest interface, phone app, etc., and vice versa. For about a year, Meta has been promoting Horizon Worlds as destinations in Quest Explore tab, allowing people to enter into the world with one click.
This is where things get complicated, so let's simplify it. Quest announced a new Augments feature coming next year, where persistent mixed reality objects will appear in the headset library on a new tab, complete with access to Horizon Worlds directly. This moves Horizon World destinations to the forefront of the library instead of having them buried, replacing the home world option.
Now, we get this. Meta wants to keep you in their apps and their worlds as much as possible, right? Mm-hmm. But this could threaten other metaverse platforms as access may become just a little more complicated. So we'd love your thoughts on this as Horizon becomes literally a monopoly in the Quest interface. We're going to see. So have you spent much time in Horizon Worlds? I know Darren has. We'll be talking about this and other topics at the end of the show. So we'd love your feedback. What are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, it's good for Darren because Darren's becoming a #1 world builder over there.
Awesome.
Lego Bricktales VR is coming to Quest 3 soon. The VR version of the flat game takes you on an adventure across a world filled with Lego diorama biomes created, the story goes, brick by your grandfather to reinvigorate his rundown amusement park in VR and mixed reality. Interesting.
Yeah. Steam VR's most recent update after their surprise version 1 release includes a new way to play flat screen games in VR. Replacing the old desktop game theater app, The new Steam VR theater screen will allow you to play non-VR games from a large virtual screen. It doesn't turn them into 3D games, but just allows the play to happen from within VR. To use this, go to library, list properties, and then select betas, then beta Steam VR beta update from the drop-down list.
That sounds kind of fun.
Yeah, it does. It's super interesting. The Sphere experience in Las Vegas continues to make news as one of the world's largest spherical structures, an IMAX-style display about the size of 2 soccer fields. So big that when it's active, it can be seen from the International Space Station. It hosts almost, I know, it's incredible. It hosts almost 18,000 people in the amphitheater that displays 160,000 square feet of spherical LED immersive surface. That's almost 15,000 square meters, with 1.2 million LED pucks attached to the mega panels on the outdoor screen. The size of a hockey puck and named for one, each puck is made up of 48 diodes for the amazing 16 by 16K high resolution effect.
Wow.
Have you seen that, Marcia?
Yes, I was just going to say the other day we took a drive and just from my house, I can see the sphere, and it looks like an Earth has landed on Earth, because last time I was down there, they had the moon, but this other day they had the Earth on. And so when we drive down my street, Hollywood, and I look down over the strip, I can see this Earth in the middle of Las Vegas, and it's just really cool to look at. But it is beautiful. It is beautiful.
Awesome.
The Sphere has hosted a wide variety of shows, including live concerts with U2 and other music groups, and regular curated events. If you visit, we would love to learn more about your experience. For those curious about how all this works, Popular Mechanics has a great article on the building of the Sphere, and we've shared the link in our Discord.
Yay. Now, this is
to
really
watch it be built.
fascinating.
That was amazing.
Oh, cool. Wonderful. Now, this is a really interesting story. For decades, Walmart stores have embraced change faster than most retail companies. They were among the first to use VR for training greeters, inventory checkers, and cashiers. And now they're the first to change their store atmosphere for several hours each day in the United States to accommodate neurodiverse individuals with sensory disabilities. Starting today from 8 to 10 a.m. local time, so where we are local time, Walmart stores will set their in-store TV walls to a static image, turn off radio and canned music, and lower the store lights to make it more welcoming to those triggered by the barrage of overstimulation.
And you know, this is a really good reminder to all of us world builders to take this into consideration as well. Be aware that flashing and strobing lights can cause seizures, and overstimulated environments can do just that, overstimulate people. In VR, all the lights, action, and visuals are amplified, so this is a good reminder.
Could I interject here?
Sure.
Recently, it happened to me, and literally within 15 to 30 seconds, I went down, passed out, threw up. It was a mad mess. And it was all because of a stimulation in VR chat.
Wow.
Oh, so sorry.
Oh.
Yeah, it's really scary when that happens, and I think it's a good thing to keep in mind when planning all of those things. I love it. All right, now on to some virtual hardware news, and I'm really excited about this. Samsung revolutionized VR with their Samsung Gear headset that took Google Cardboard to the next level, and it really introduced an entire consumer marketplace to VR. You just inserted your Samsung phone, and a whole world of possibilities opened up. I love it. I still have mine, are just a few feet from me. It was announced this week that Samsung and Google, along with Qualcomm, have created a joint venture to create 30,000 mixed reality headsets in 2024 to take on rival Apple Vision Pro with 8K 4K in each eye, 8K eye resolution, and mixed reality capabilities. There are rumors about adding the onboard AI to the chip, as Samsung just announced the addition of generative AI to all their devices, which we'll cover in a few minutes in the AI section. I'm really excited. I can't wait to see what comes from this.
Yes, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Late last night, it was announced that Meta made a deal with Tencent to sell their VR headsets, but not Quest headsets. Meta is making a new low-cost VR headset in China for the Chinese market. As Facebook and Instagram are blocked in China, it's an interesting twist to gain access to the lucrative Chinese market. It will also make Tencent the exclusive seller of the headset, and it will compete with ByteDance, Pico, and other headsets. Interesting.
Wow. Yes, very. The new Artemis video game is coming to VR by Wonderfitter. It's available at a special price through Kickstarter. It makes archery in your living room. It uses an integrated bow and arrow with the Quest headset to shoot at a variety of static and moving targets to work on your skills. Do it. If they receive enough funding, it will begin shipping in April 2024. We believe this is the start of many such accessorized VR apps. Hey, you guys want to play Frisbee? Frisbee, anybody?
That would be interesting.
Sure. That would be interesting. Yes. Multiplayer.
I mean, how many people have really wanted to throw their
room.
Frisbee in their house, but they were unable to? Now they can. Yay.
I just threw a Frisbee in our house right at Lance just a couple days ago. He wasn't paying attention,
I'm sure he deserved it.
Love it.
Well, starting today, we're going to be covering more virtual hardware related to photogrammetry and 3D scanning. And we begin with the 3D Maker Pro Mole 3D scanner. This 3D photographic scanner is over $500 US, and is ideal for creating high resolution scans of models at a 0.05 millimeter high accuracy at 10 frames per second. It fits in the palm of your hand.
Wow.
And weighs the same as a can of soda. There are various kit options with accessories. For those serious about photogrammetry, this could be an interesting upgrade.
The latest update of the virtual desktop app for Quest 3 improved the runtime and processing power and is reported to get 10% higher PCVR performance, depending on which of the three options you choose. It now uses higher quality AV1 codecs to support better graphics. This I'm excited about. The developer says that multi-monitor support will be available later this year. Yes! This is something we've been waiting for. I really have. So Quest 3 multiple in-headset support and improved pass-through for interacting with your desktop is really enhanced by the virtual desktop app. So check that out.
Yes, definitely. Well, some clever people are hacking their Quest 3 headsets to make them more like Quest Pros, and they are making their designs available online. Dave the Turner introduced us to the idea of removing the face pads of our Quest 2 headsets over a year ago, and this hack is much the same. Using face pads created by 3D printers or available on eBay and other online hobby sites, the original face pad is removed. The headset is supported by a stronger strap and the manufacturer's version like Bobo VR head straps or others.
Now,
right now, I'm without my faceplate. It's great.
Excellent. Yeah. Dave, you saved my life literally last year with that hack. It's wonderful. You quickly adapt to the open perspective, and for those of us who've tried it, like me, I love it. First of all, it doesn't stick to my face and create those scuba gear lines. Don't have scuba face. I love that part. Where it used to be, I'd take it off and it'd make that sucking sound. Yeah. It's a little challenging to play some esports, but I've done it. So like Beat Saber or something like that. But it works if the head strap is really well balanced and secure. It's great. As long as you're not jerking your head around, you're pretty good. We shared a link to this open design hack and would love to hear from you if you choose to use it.
You know, speaking of VR
Cool.
discomfort, those attending the Bored Ape NFT event called Ape Fest in Hong Kong last week reported eye pain, vision problems, and sunburnt skin after attending, what with some seeking medical attention. The use of ultraviolet lights in the stage lights led to unprotected exposure to the light's radiation. There is treatment for the for the photokeratitis,
Keratitis.
Okay, keratitis.
Photokeratitis, yes.
Photokeratitis. And most people recover their eyesight, but it can damage the skin in ways that may appear later in life. And our hearts go out to all involved.
Oh, how terrible.
Oh my
I know,
goodness,
that's
yes.
awful.
You got to be careful of
Awful.
that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Really, really.
Okay,
As
now it's time for
mentioned-
some world building news.
Hey, yeah, let's get on to world building. All right, look at that slide. Okay.
Nope, yeah.
All right.
I jumped ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, as mentioned in our virtual hardware news segment, we are going to expand our coverage of the metaverse to embrace technology that is helping us create amazing VR experiences. And our next story is a perfect example.
Throughout history, natural and man-made historical treasures have been destroyed by war and natural disasters. Today, we have the ability to use 3D technology to preserve that history. When Russia first attacked Ukraine, archivists and preservationists rushed into the country to begin the process of scanning heritage sites. Risking their lives, many volunteers used drones with 3D scanning and photogrammetry on board, digital scanners of all kinds, or just took as many photographs as they could to later convert into 3D photogrammetry models.
Much of the work was done with simple Android and iPhones. People now not only have a camera in their pockets, they have 3D scanners. This preservation movement is creating a revolution in computer graphics that is turning professional image capturing into something available to the masses. With recent apps in 3D, you can record someone's memories or interviews with others and share them in the metaverse. Fascinating to see how this improvement manifests.
Sure will. Wow.
Yeah, it will be.
Now, Unity, oh, poor Unity.
Oh.
I just want to cry. It's taking another hit today after their stock took a blow from their Q3 earnings report. They announced that they will likely be implementing an estimated 11,000 layoffs as part of their cost savings measure and reduce its portfolio of products. They'll likely discontinue some product offerings, and but this, I think this is good. They're going to support more remote workers, reducing their office space costs. The company is working on repairing its reputation and recovering, as you know, from some really bad recent decisions.
Yeah. A professional set of premium assets and tools for 3D artists, Grayscale Gorilla, announced their photoreal 3D asset library is now available for major 3D applications, including Blender, Unity, Houdini, and Unreal Engine. They host over 4,000 high-resolution textures, materials, HDRIs, and plugins in their library, with tools that allow users to create faster renders than ever before. If you are a serious or commercial world builder, the $66 a month is pricey, but ideal for those in need of very high-resolution models and materials. Check out Grayscale Gorilla Plus for more information.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yes.
That's a good idea. Did you participate in last Sunday's World Hop with Cadets Metaverse and VR chat? Educators in VR is teaming up with Cadets Metaverse, run by Lance, Karen, and others, for world tours. The 2-hour World Hop is Sunday about 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, and middle of the night for UK and Europe. The group visits worlds on VR chat and other platforms and are always looking for new worlds to visit. They discuss how the worlds were built and help inspire world builders. More information is in our news and updates channel on world building news, and check it out this Sunday.
Darren G's newest world, Indiana Jones, is in Horizon and has been featured
Yay!
in the Quest Discover panel on November 6th. Congratulations, Darren. Yay!
Yay!
Please check it
Yeah.
out in Horizon. Darren, I'm sure will be very willing to give you a tour.
Hopefully the cadets are going to add that soon, I hope.
Yes, for sure.
All right.
As mentioned in the virtual hardware, because now we're going to go to AI news. So as mentioned in the virtual hardware segment of the show, Samsung announced this week that they are launching a generative AI model for their devices ahead of Apple's upcoming announcement. Samsung Gauss will arrive soon on all Samsung smartphones and possibly their new VR headset.
Now, named after the legendary mathematician who developed the normal distribution theory that eventually led to machine learning and AI, Carl Friedrich Gauss, the Gauss language model is designed to integrate with email, translations, excited about that, and other apps and smart devices. For decades, we've been wanting that Star Trek science fiction experience of talking to our computers and not only having them talk back, but actually act on our thoughts and desires. Yes, yeah. So we're really, really looking forward to adding value to our lives and hoping it gets easier and easier to use. Please.
Oh, yes, 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 please.
Yeah.
Beam me up, everybody. Okay. Adobe researchers have created an AI breakthrough that allows the creation of 3D models from 2D images within 5 seconds. Currently in development stage, Adobe researchers and the Australian National University say this new AI model could revolutionize the game, animation, industrial design, AR, and the VR market.
Wow. Leave it to Adobe. Adobe is not going to be left out of anything. OpenAI announced this week that it will pay for the legal costs of copyright lawsuits brought against any ChatGPT enterprise or API customer. If you are a paying customer, they say they will, quote, defend our customers and pay the costs incurred if you face legal claims around copyright infringement, unquote. Google, Microsoft, and Amazon have made similar offers, as have Getty Images, Shutterstock, and Adobe in an attempt to protect their image-making software.
Interesting.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Yeah, very interesting. Yes. ChatGPT had its first ever open AI developer conference this week. Among the many announcements that were dyslexic here, were that ChatGPT has reached the 100 million user goal of weekly users as one of the fastest consumer products to hit that mark for a new launch. GPT-4 Turbo, the improved model, has announced that 2 versions, one for text analysis and the other for understanding both text and images.
Now, a new GPT builder option was also announced. It's coming soon. That'll allow the easy creation of your own chatbots with the GPT builder, and a store to highlight user-created AI bots is going to arrive later this month. They have a new API, improved DALL-E support, and new text-to-speech AIs they've launched. It's an exciting time. We told you last year that this year was going to be so exciting.
Yes.
Next year even more so. We knew this was coming.
Yes.
Yeah, and this company continues to push the envelope in AI technology, and it's coming. It's filtering into the metaverse in beautiful and surprising ways. So I can't wait.
Me too.
Super. Me
really,
too.
really exciting. It's just I watched the keynote and it had me all hyped up. Very exciting.
Love it.
On to some Discord news. This week, Discord announced an innovative way they say will fight the ongoing challenge of malware. All files shared on Discord will expire after 24 hours in an attempt to fight malware they say has the potential to quickly spread on the platform. Let's look at what this means.
The process will be No different for the users. You will share things as you always do. However, if you are planning on hosting files on Discord by uploading the file directly, it will likely expire after 24 hours.
Okay.
Now, I want to give you.
Sorry.
Oh,
go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say I guess we should just share files. Those of us that have Dropbox via a Dropbox.
Just
link.
hold on. You're
Okay.
jumping ahead of the script.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Here's an example. The Creative Writing Meetup Discord server offers the ability for our members to upload Microsoft Word or PDF documents directly to Discord because they want to share their stories because it allows us to read their original stories. They love that, doing that. Now, if people upload the files directly to Discord, access may only last for 24 hours. Then they're going to kill that. Okay? Now, if you upload the file to, say, Google Drive, Dropbox, or anything else, and you share the link to that file, it should persist, we hope. We're trying to figure out what is what and which way it's going to go, but we'll be testing it as soon as the feature rolls out. And if your server members share many files, check the article that we've shared in the News You Need to Know channel of our Discord to ensure you understand how the new file hosting change works, because we think we know and then we read it again and we're not quite sure. So find out. They're trying to do what they can to keep Discord safe, and I think that's even more active than most of the other social media channels and stuff. So I'm excited about that.
Exactly. If you are a Discord genius, please share your tips and tricks with us, as we would love to share them here.
All right, here comes your fun stuff, Marsha.
Funny stuff. All right. We decided this week to find something fun from our world in the metaverse.
So in 2022, an informal study asked the question, what are things you would do in the metaverse but not in real life? It was a small online study of about 1,000 people. Good thing they didn't ask us. Let's see if what they said matches what you think.
Well, the top of the list, without asking us, of course, the top of the list are extreme sports like skydiving, bungee jumping. Falling from great heights might also be on the list, something many of us have enjoyed. I mean, where else can you fly? But, hello.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, what goes up
we've
must
enjoyed
come
that.
down. Yeah,
Now
and
what?
it's safe.
Yeah.
It's safe. Okay. Second on the list was to alter your consciousness with the help of VR instead of using drugs or alcohol. Now, this was surprising. But then, okay, it's not so surprising, as so many people, especially during the year of the study, were in lockdown and suffering boredom. So that's, but yeah, and they actually have some new research that found that we have, Educating VR is going to be covering this soon, that they found that there are experiences in VR that actually give you the same or a little bit more of a hit, bang, I don't know what they call it, then a buzz, whatever, than pot and other psychotropic or whatever they call it, psychedelic drugs. So that's going to be interesting. But that's what they want. They're looking for a kick.
We need a kick. We all need a kick. So why not try it out there? Okay. Yes. Number 3 was to walk in the footsteps of someone else different from who they are. And 4th was spending a lot of money on collectible clothes and accessories. We couldn't find all the accessories and the clothes. Oh my goodness, even it was in Altspace. I remember all of that. We couldn't find an answer to whether that spending desire was real, imaginary, or based on cyber currencies.
Yeah, the cryptocurrency.
I would say all 3.
Cryptocurrencies.
Oh, yeah, probably all 3.
Yeah, probably. Seriously,
shopaholics.
all 3.
Yeah, I think it's cool to be a virtual shopaholic. I think that'd be great. You don't fill up your house and you don't spend real money. I'm in favor of that. I think that would be really good. Clutter up your whole, your old virtual space, not your real space. I think that would be cool.
That would be cool. That would be cool.
Yeah,
No
you don't have to clean it
laundry.
up.
Yeah. Amen. Yeah.
That's definitely cool. Big game
Mhm.
hunting and adult games with violence and sex were number 5. Of course, that would have to be, followed by watching virtual gladiators fight to the death and conduct unethical experiments on virtual humans, and more things that gave us chills and made us question the demographics in the study.
Yes, indeed. Now, we had to admit, we really had to admit that we enjoyed the 17% of respondents who said they wanted to own a virtual harem. Hey, we could all use this. Would have never been in my list. It would have never occurred to me. But we could all use a virtual harem of lovely men, right? Or
There
women.
we go.
I don't
Yeah.
know. Sure.
Why not?
I mean, why not?
Why not?
Um,
Why not?
just saying. Anything is possible in VR, but remember the rule. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. Exactly.
That's kind of the
Okay.
tagline here, I think.
It is.
Which brings us to our second question for you and our discussion at the end of the show. What things would you do in the metaverse that you would never do in real life? Have you done them?
Ooh.
And are you willing to share them with us?
Yeah, that's the secret.
Mm. That's another whole story.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, events time. The holiday season continues with the American Thanksgiving, then Hanukkah, Three Kings Day, Winter Solstice, St. Lucia Day, St. Nicholas, Christmas, Kwanzaa, and so many more as we move into winter, one right after the other. Oh my goodness. As we move into winter and the new year, expect the metaverse to be filled with holiday events. So get your calendar out and start saving your dates and start saving the dates you want to see these things.
Absolutely.
Oh, sorry.
Vital-
The mute thing.
Oh,
I got it. Vitality
Okay.
Reawakened is hosting a special conference in January called VitalCon. It begins with a special reveal party November 8th in Engage and VR chat at different times. We dance into the beat of Dr. Heartbeats. We love her. We love her.
yay.
The January conference is a multi-day event. It is about self-discovery and transformation through the power of healing. It's going to be fun.
Awesome. Yes.
Nice.
In addition to the upcoming Space Watch parties by educators in VR, they're planning a wide range of social events to keep you company throughout the holidays. They're also hosting several holiday storytelling events, including traditional stories and original ones in collaboration with the Creative Writing Meetup group. We'll be hosting most of these in Engage XR, but expect a few on some other platforms as well.
Marsha?
Well, if you're into the crypto and blockchain metaverse, there are international events popping up all over the world. NearCon is a summit on adopting Bitcoin and the metaverse in El Salvador this week. The Australian Crypto Convention 2023 is in Melbourne this weekend. DevConnect conference brings Ethereum
Ethereum.
developers together in Turkey next week. It is Digital Asset Week in London. Metamorphosis 2023 is in India in December.
Yay. All kinds of things. Oops.
Yes.
Gee whiz.
There they all are.
Wow.
There they all are. And if you hear of any conferences that are dealing with the metaverse and stuff, please let us know. We want to add them to, and any special events, we want to add them. So also coming up are the conferences that we've been talking about for a while, but they're happening now, is Immersive Tech Week was this week in Rotterdam, and with the International VR Awards coming up at the end of the month in the Netherlands, the Game Awards, I'm really excited about these, are going to be December 7th, along with the Upload VR Winter Showcase. It's the same day. I don't know how we're going to keep up with all the news with that, but we will.
I know.
SIGGRAPH Asia is in Australia starting December 12th, and we're going to be following all the news that's coming in on all of this, reporting it here and in our Discord. Well, ladies, we made it.
Yes,
I didn't think
we did. We did.
We did, and you know, I cannot tell you how thrilled we are to have you here for our 5th year, bringing you the news and updates from in and around the metaverse. I swear, every week I say I'm never going to do this again, and every week I'm here. But we scour the web. We also abuse AI bots to help. Seriously, I have fought with AI all week this week, one thing after another. To help us keep you informed on the events, virtual hardware, social VR platforms, and the news that our metaverse community, needs to stay informed. So thank you so much for being here.
As a reminder to all, News and Updates is taking the American Thanksgiving holiday weekend off, November 24th and 25th. This gives our American volunteers and team members a break, and the rest of us time to work on our upcoming holiday special in December. As usual, we will take the Christmas holiday season off and return the second week of January with some new ideas and improvements.
Thank you to my fellow hosts this week, Karen, Laurel, and Steph is here in heart. She definitely had a big part in it. And to all here on the set and behind the scenes, Stands with Trees, Lance, Ancient I Won't Say, Rich, Dave the Turner, Karen 666, and so many others who volunteer their time to produce and support this free Metaverse news show. We are looking for more volunteers, so if you wish to help, please let us know. It's a great opportunity to work and learn with an amazing team.
We also thank our amazing producer, Mark, our resident genius world builder and feral cat manager. We are working on a special holiday show in December, so tell your friends and enemies.
I see Halloween has left us, so we know we're getting ready for the next one, and we don't know what Mark is going to give us, but I'm sure it's going to be fantastic.
That's for sure.
We film the show live on Fridays and repeat it with a spatial recording every Saturday because we know how you need to know what's going on in the metaverse. Please join our News and Updates Discord to keep up with the news, announcements we make throughout the week. Subscribe to our YouTube channel for live streaming and to watch recordings of past shows.
Now, we are here after the show to talk to you about your life, news and updates, your news, your updates, what's going on. And the questions, there are 2 questions this week. Our lead question is, what would you do in VR that you wouldn't do in the real world? And the other is, what do you think about the merger of the Quest Horizon deeply into the interface? I'm excited and nervous about it. And we'll film the discussion for our YouTube live stream and recording, so stay tuned.
You're the reason we do what we do every week. Please stand up, stand tough, and most of all, in these uncertain times, please, please, please be safe wherever you are in the world.
Yes, indeed.
Yay!
Matthew.
All right. He said his thing.
He needs to finish it. I didn't hear him.
Do it again.
Yay! We did a thing.
There you go. Yay!
It's not over till he says that.
That's right.
Yeah. I love it. I love it. All right. So this is our discussion time, and we would love to hear from you. So our wonderful crew is going to make sure that you can unmute and say something. Please stay muted unless you have something to say, so we don't have any background noise. who wants to say what do you want to do or have you done in VR that you haven't done in the real world? And then if you're familiar with Horizon, what do you think about the changes?
Don't be shy.
Well, I'll start it out. I recently moved
Okay.
into a mansion.
And be more specific. And
In
that
VR
sentence-
chat. And it's got big closets, and I'm thinking about getting more accessories to do what we talked about earlier. Yes, indeed.
You went shopping. You want to go shopping to outfit your house, new mansion.
Yes.
All right. Okay, so now my
Yes.
question is, what defines a mansion?
Oh, I built it. It's got about 6 bedrooms, a couple of libraries, a grand room. It's huge. It's huge.
Wow.
And you needed that because
Oh, just was playing around.
So it
because
was
you
more
can
of
in VR,
just because
right?
you can,
Well,
you
no.
did it.
Well, I do have ultimate plans. I do have ultimate
Uh-oh.
plans, but I don't want to
Okay.
divulge the secret yet.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. She's working on bringing her virtual harem to live with her in there. That's what it is.
See, yeah, perfect idea.
See? That's it. That is what it is. So what about the rest of you? Anyone? And Darren, tell us more about your Indiana Jones too. So while we're waiting, let's hear from you too. Good. What is these
Yeah, and
terrified
also-
people? They don't want to share
Boy,
their evil doings.
Well, you guys are in a bind. You need to have somebody to talk.
Well, that too.
So, yeah, well, I think we're going to have a really good a group of people going in there, which I spent, like I was telling Karen this morning, or actually just a few minutes before the show started, like I had 16 revisions to the last part because little screw ups I made. I found I had to go back and correct it and go through it again and find another screw up and then fix it again and over and over and over. Then it's I did add something, so I'd spend more time doing that. Then I keep on revising and saving and publishing and publishing and publishing. And finally, after probably literally, I thought I'd have all day to create another world, but I end up spending most of my time actually revising that last one. So yeah, it's just something that everybody goes through when they build. They found little things they have to fix.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I think Karen and I are going to go and test it out for the Cadets
Yes.
Metaverse right after
I'm
this.
anxious to see it.
Cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll be
Yeah. And
Go
what
ahead,
was the biggest
Laura.
challenge for you, Darren, in building it?
building it. I guess the conception of how I'm going to build or what's going to look like. And actually, a lot of it was the challenge was actually writing scripts for it. The cleanup scripts were more of a challenge because you have to. Well, I have it on timers, so certain actions happen, and then there's a timing part of the script which has it's called I call it the cleanup script, and it basically you have to attach every code block to every item in order to reverse everything you just finished doing. So that's a long process. And timing on different things to make things just perfect. Like I have one part where you go on the minecart and you go along the long tunnel, and suddenly you fall down and you're not expecting that, and you drop into another minecart which keeps going. So that's what I was trying to do, and accomplish that. It's all timing and scripting and experimenting. And that's a long process, but yeah, it works out really good at the end.
Yeah, the iteration process has to involve other people. And that's what I find fascinating. You're trying to test it all yourself and find all of the little details, and then you think it's perfect, and then somebody comes in and falls through the floor or whatever. That's hard work. So you got a crowd of people who are about to come in your world to test it out. I love it.
Yeah, actually, this one person I had named Princess Layden, she went through it with me when I thought it was all perfect, and through the mine ride, she actually ended up when she went to the second mine ride. She ended up on the tip of the mine ride of the cart, and actually fell off. It had to run all the way down the tunnel because I was expecting people to just land right on. So I had to actually widen the cart, and then I put portals. I put teleports, invisible teleport triggers on the left and the right rail. So if you fall off, you automatically get teleported back to the beginning. So you won't have to go down that long cart. So it's a challenge to figure out how to fix things. So people are taken care of, and they don't have a bad experience. So that's a big challenge, right there.
Good on you. Yeah, the user experience is that's such an underrated part of world building. That is I think it's one of the most important aspects. So good on you. Good on you.
Absolutely.
And you're going to get a whole bunch of feedback in just a little few minutes.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Anyone else? Kurt, did you want? Oh, go ahead. Garen, did you want to finish?
No, I'm done.
Okay,
Kurt,
did you have? You want to add?
Go ahead. I'm done. I'm done.
Okay. All right. Sorry.
What do you want?
You didn't raise your hand?
Unmuted. It looked like you were unmuted. And so the question was,
no problem.
Well, there's multiple questions there, but it was, what do you either want to do or have you done in VR that you wouldn't do in the real world?
Oh, build worlds. I've never done that in the real world.
Okay.
So,
no, that's a great one.
Building worlds, that was something cool and a neat experience to play with, and doing that stuff, and then learning Unity and and all the stuff that comes with it. I never would have ever done in the real world, So it was an interesting experience.
That's great. Oh yeah, and I loved your worlds. You had some great. I love the attention to detail in your world. So I want more of them. All right, last chance. Somebody else want to add their 8 cents?
Well, if Dave doesn't become unmute, I would like to have Dave talk about his new Hassan gallery that he built, because would he build galleries in the real world? Probably not.
It was
Dave, you want to
so
do it?
cool.
What was the question? Do I want to what?
Talk about your Paul Hassan. Dave Hassan.
Oh.
Dave Hassan.
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 Yeah. Well, I haven't built any galleries in a while. I've built quite a few galleries for Bruno, and I've always admired Dave Hassan's photography, his black and white New York street photography. And so I decided I was going to build a gallery, but I made one that was much simpler than the ones that I've done in the past. And it turned out pretty well, and I can use it as a template for doing more.
Delcine.
Let me see if I
Delcine.
can send you the tracking a team in a text.
Yeah, our team will
Forward this
mute
to
her.
you.
Matthew can mute her.
Question I wanted to ask you.
Yeah.
Do you remember those hamburgers that you gave me?
We're trying to mute her.
There.
There we go. Yeah,
Okay, go
Thank
home,
you.
Dave.
conversation. Sorry about that.
So it turned out well, and I learned quite a few things, and I was able to take what are called anaglyph images and convert them to black and white side by side. Of course, that won't mean anything
Nice.
to a lot of people, but and so I'm real happy with it. I'm real happy with the way it turned out, and I'm going to do some more.
Nice. I love it. I
it's
love how
really
you're pushing the
awesome.
envelopes. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it's
love how
really
you're
good.
pushing the
It's
envelope.
really good gallery.
Yeah. Is the word, is it the gallery, is it in VR chat?
Yes,
Or
it is.
spatial? Just, okay.
No, it's in VR
wonderful,
chat.
wonderful.
I have
Okay.
a hub. I have a hub that leads to all the 3D galleries that I've done, including the haunted house, or not haunted house, the haunted gallery, and all of Bruno Savoni's galleries. Just look me up, Dave the Turner, in VR chat.
All right. I love it. All right. Well, we want to thank everyone for being here again, for supporting us over the years. And we will be back here next week with more news and updates. And thank you to the team, and everybody send out good wishes to Steph as she deals with her little trauma.
Yes.
So thank you, everybody.
Yes.
And get ready for those who want to join in, to head to Horizon to see Darren's World. So thank you, everybody.
Yeah,
Bye-bye.
thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.